Morning everyone. So what we're going to go through today is the equation of a tangent at a point on a circle. So the main thing that we're actually using is we're using the circle theorem that the tangent to a circle meets a radius at a 90-degree angle. Okay, so what you'll notice, as you can actually see here, these two lines are actually perpendicular to each other. So what does this mean about perpendicular lines? So perpendicular lines, if I had m1 times m2, I should get minus 1. So what is this m1 and m2? Well, if the gradient of one line is m1 and the gradient of the second line is m2, if the product gives us minus 1, therefore these two lines are perpendicular to each other. So let's see an example. 4/5 times minus 5/4. Well, that will give me, if I multiply that, minus 20/20, which gives us minus 1. So therefore, these two lines have got a gradient, so that actually means they are perpendicular to each other. So what we often use, okay, we use the term of a negative reciprocal. So what is the negative reciprocal of 2? Negative reciprocal of 2 is minus 1/2. What is the negative reciprocal of minus 1/5? Well, the negative reciprocal of minus 1/5 is actually 5, okay? So the negative reciprocal of a number does not actually always need to be a negative number. It can actually be a positive, as you can actually see here. So this is what we're going to be using for the majority of these questions. So let's take this example question here. We've got a circle with x squared plus y squared equals 25, and the tangent touches the circle at point 3, 4. So this is all we know at this moment in time. Well, from the previous lesson, we can also extract that this circle's got a centre of 0, 0. Because the tangent is actually touching the circle at this point, we also know that the tangent with the radius is going to create a 90-degree angle. So let's find the gradient of the radius. So the gradient of the line, which is change in y over change in x. So therefore 4 take 3, so 4 take 0 even, over 3 take 0, which gives us 4/3. So the gradient of the line, which is the radius, is 4/3. Therefore the gradient of the tangent must be its negative reciprocal. So therefore the gradient of the tangent must be minus 3/4. Now, so that means the gradient of the tangent, so the tangent is y equals minus 3/4 x plus c. So in order for us to define the line, we also need to find what is the value of the intercept. We've got the value of the gradient. We need to find the intercept. Now, what do we know about this line? Well, we know that this line goes to the point 3, 4. So we're going to substitute that point. 4 equals to minus 3/4 times 3 plus c. Again, c is what we're trying to find. We're trying to find the intercept. 4 equals to minus 9/4 plus c. So c equals to 4 plus 9/4. So therefore, c equals to 25/4. Okay, because 4/4 is 16/4. So therefore, c is 25/4. So as you can actually see, y equals to minus 3/4 x plus 25/4. Or multiply everything by 4 to make it nicer. Y equals to minus 3x plus 25. Okay, nice and simple. So if you've got a circle which got x squared plus y squared equals to, say, 49, we know that there's got a circle with an origin of 0, 0. But what happens if a question like this one here, so I've got sort of the equation of the tangent to the circle, this is the equation of the circle, at the point 11 minus 2 is this. So let's have a look. X minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals to 116. And it goes to the point 11 minus 2. So what can we extract from here? Well, we know that the radius is the square root of 116. Okay, that's something else we can extract. And from the lesson at 14.2, we can also extract that the center of this circle must be 1, 2. So that is the center of this circle. So again, we're trying to work out the equation of the tangent. So basically, we've got a circle, 1, 2. And let's say point 11 minus 2 is down here. So what we're actually trying to find, we're trying to find the equation of this line here. That's what we're trying to find. So we're trying to find the equation of the tangent. So our working out again is going to be work out the gradient of this line, okay, which is change in y over change in x. So therefore minus 2 over 11 minus 1. So we've got minus 4 over 10, which is minus 2/5. So the gradient for this line is minus 2/5. Now we're not looking for the gradient of that line. We're looking for the gradient of this. This is what we need in order to actually work out the tangent. So if this is minus 2/5, that means that this is actually simply 5 over 2. Why is that again? Because it's just negative reciprocal. So we're going to use that information again. Y equals to 5 over 2x plus c. Now, which point would we use? Would we use this point or would we use this point? Well, there's no point using point 1, 2 because that is the centre. What we know about our line, we know that our line goes to the point 1 minus 2. Therefore, we're going to use the point 11 minus 2. So minus 2 equals to 5 over 2 times 11 plus c. Minus 2 equals to 55 over 2 plus c. And therefore, minus 4 over 2 minus 55 over 2 equals to c. Minus 59 over 2 equals to c. So if we rewrite it, you've got y equals to 5 over 2x minus 59 over 2. But then again, this does not look like what the question wants me to. So let's try multiplying everything by 2. 2y equals to 5x minus 59. And I also need to move everything to one side. So 2y minus 5x plus 59 equals to 0. And that is how I was actually able to prove this. So let's take, for example, one of these grade 9 questions. So I'll do question 9. It says point P is 0.20. So point P is 0.20 on a circle of x plus 4 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals to 40. So from this, what we can actually extract, again, we know that the circle must have a centre of minus 4 minus 2. So that's the centre of the circle. So minus 4 minus 2. If I had to sketch it, minus 4 minus 2. Radius, and it meets at 2, 0. So if I was to draw a circle, this is what we're looking for again. What we're looking for, we are looking for this line here. It says point P is at the circle, work out the equation of the tangent to the circle at P. That's what we're looking, work out the equation of the tangent at P. So this here is point P. Same again, I would have to work out the gradient of this line. So changing y over changing x, so 0, take 2, over 2, take away 4. So therefore I'm left with 2 over 6, which is 1/3. Now, that is the gradient for this line again. I need the gradient for this line. So therefore, negative reciprocal of 1/3 is simply minus 3. So that is what the gradient of this line is. So y equals to minus 3x plus c. It goes through point 20. So therefore, 0 equals to minus 6 plus c. c equals to 6. So the equation of the line I'm looking for is y equals to minus 3x plus 6. So what I want us to do, I want us to try these questions for us. And then I've got more questions for you again. So again, you're trying these questions. These are exam style questions. So these are actually using the other two YouTube videos that I've actually used, so different information on it. So for example, this one here talks about translation. So you've got to think, oh, I'm moving the center 8 right, 7 down. And you can pause the video here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answers, there you go. Thank you very much for watching.